Welcome to the Festival of Storytellers. I thank everybody that's involved with this process because we know writers need readers and writers need publishers.
Experience is not about the publisher, it is about us, the authors.
Good afternoon. My name is Brenda Gatliff, and I am here to talk about my book, Wait, the Reality is that we are never alone. And I just wanted to share a few things about the book with everyone. I hope everybody's having a great Friday, and just wanted to let you know that I'm just very thankful for being here. And first, I just wanted to say that Reader's Magnet has been just a pleasure and an honor to work with. They've all been very kind and helpful, and I just appreciate everybody on the team. So thank you, Reader's Magnet, for everything that you've done. And just wanted to share mostly this book, You're Never Alone, is just to say that, you know, even no matter what you're going through, if it's a hard time, a good time, I've had some crazy times, and it seems like at the end of the story, I always have, you know, felt like somebody or something was with me always, and I honestly believe that that's God, you know, um, and my angels, my spirit guides, and of course the loved ones that have gone on, you know. So yeah, it's just a few stories here, and I do have a comment from Timothy Moffat. Hi, Timothy. Hope you're doing well. He said, "Hello, Brenda. Hope your Friday's been great too." Thank you. It really has, and it's really great to be on here. So thanks, Timothy. I hope you have a great Friday and a great weekend. So have a great day. And I wanted to start with one of the stories that I encountered with my husband Donnie, who is gone. He's been gone for 8 years, and sure do miss him. But I know he's always with me, and you know, I just sometimes feel presence of people around me. So hey, before I get going, here's a another Donald Rosenbaum. How are you? How are you today? Hi, Brenda. I think this is my first time to be here. Oh, cool. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're on here. Thank you for the comment. And yeah, my husband's name was Donald also. But in my experience, this one, that one of the stories in the book, I sometimes get these thoughts or feelings or urgencies, like, and I'm sure it's in my heart, my soul, you know, and just in, just saying something I need to do. So anyway, I heard, hey, get up, go look out the back door. And it was morning. It was a nice summer day. And however, it was sunny outside. And Bob Montgomery, good afternoon, Brenda. Hi, Bob. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well and you have a great weekend. Thank you. So I was, I don't know, just relaxing. It was a nice day. And I heard this voice in my heart, in my soul, and it said, hey, go look out the back door. And I'm like, out the back door? I hardly ever go out the back door, but okay. You know, I've learned to just go with it because it's easier and I might miss something or I might miss a blessing if I don't. Um, hey, Sean Gibson. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having a great day. I hope you are as well. Thank you. So, anyway, I just went ahead and opened the back door and I looked up in the sky because, again, the voice said, go to the back door, look up in the sky. And I'm always looking in the sky. And hey, nice to see you again, Penny. Thank you so much. And I opened the door and looked up in the sky, and I thought, well, that's odd. There was a big, bright, the sun was out and shining, and the clouds. But as I looked a little harder and concentrated, I saw that the clouds were in the shape of a car, like an old, maybe late 60s car, something like that. Um, And if I could hold on just a second, George Carpenter, hey, he says, what will you be talking about today? Well, I'm just going to talk, I just talk about everything, but honestly, I'm just going to talk about some of the stories in my book, some of the things I've had happen to me, and some of and they usually involve the other side or angels or dreams, things like that. So anyway, yeah, so I hope they're interesting. And Margaret Sherrill, thank you, Margaret Sherrill. You've been such an inspiration, Brenda. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you. That makes me feel like what I'm doing is really the right purpose. I just want to, if I can make somebody else inspired or understand God, then hey, it's worth it to me for sure. And Mary W. Brown says, can't wait to see what surprises you have in store for us today. Well, I've had so many in my life, so I love sharing them. That's one of my passions is just love telling my stories. And if anything happens to me, I'm like, usually I start out with, okay, this is going to sound really weird, or you're going to think I'm crazy, but by now everybody knows that, so it's no big deal. But anyway, so I look out in the sky, I open the back door, look up in the sky, and here is this cloud that looks like not just a car, okay, an old car, late 60s. And when I look closer, I realized this is the car. My husband had been gone a few months at that time. This is the car that we dated in. This like for almost 42 years ago. So this was the car that his very first car, and we went everywhere in that car. We went to the drive-in. Anybody remember the drive-in theater? So we went. We just dated in this car, and I wanted to show you a picture of it because I do take a lot of pictures of the sky. So this is a picture. Okay, of what I saw that day, and I hope you can see it clear enough. But it's there's the round sun that was shining so bright, and the clouds actually look like. Make sure you can get it there. I don't know if you can see that car, but above the round sun and the trees and houses, there's a car. So, I mean, that was such a gift. And of course, I had to take a picture. I take a picture of everything. So that was nice. And then I have had many other, just different, um, I call them signs. I'd call them messages. He, we made an agreement, made a deal, like that he would share with me, and he would let me know he's okay, send me signs from the other side, and if he could do that for me when he's gone, then I could be assured that I would be okay. And honestly, it's been rough. It's been probably the toughest thing I've ever gone through in my life, but I'm okay, and I'm going to continue every day to get up and move to keep my promise that as long as you stay in touch with me and send me these signs, then I'm going to be okay. So um, I've had different things. Like one day I was sitting outside and the door handle, um, I looked and I thought, well, the wind was blowing pretty good, and the door handle, and there was a huge feather. Just, it's hard to explain, but it was blowing in the wind, but it was inside the door handle, but it wasn't touching anything. So it was just there by itself. And I took a video of it. I tell you, it just lasted forever and ever, but I've never seen a feather floating in air by itself. And of course, I've always thought that, or heard that feathers from heaven, that your loved ones send you feathers. So anyway, that was an interesting communication from the other side. And then, of course, like a lot of people, I think I'll have like, feel like somebody's tapping you on the shoulder and you turn around, there's nobody there. Or I know one day I was mopping the kitchen floor of all things, and I stood up, and when I did, I bumped into somebody, and I thought, one of the kids or my husband was there, and I turn around and there's no one there. So it's like, okay, who did I just bump into? So I have to believe that it's somebody that I've lost. Um, and I tell you, just a lot of signs like that. Sometimes I'll get sense of like tobacco, pipe tobacco, like a smell of a. I'm thinking we don't smoke in the house. We don't even smoke. But anyway, or we didn't for a long time. We did in the beginning, but anyway, I'll smell poke, and then I'll remember that that's my dad smoked a pipe. So I think he's just letting me know he's around. We're never alone because we always have. Here and there is just not that far apart. I mean, we're closer than we know. We just can't see them, but they are here, I believe. And a lot of times at night I'll go to bed and I'll feel the mattress kind of sink down on the side as if someone had just sat on the edge of the bed. And I don't know if that's my mom, my husband, I don't know. But anyway, I'm never scared. I'm always like comforted more than anything that, oh, that was cool. Somebody just came to visit me. So I was used to these things. But shortly after my husband passed away, and I was at the time living in the house by myself, and um, I went to bed and I was just, I don't know, just kind of relaxing there and almost asleep. And all of a sudden, it's like, it felt like it was dark in here, but it felt like something big just jumped on the edge of at the bottom of my bed and almost hit my feet and my legs. You know what I mean? And I moved my legs and I jumped real quick and got to the top of the bed, and it was like the bed went down, and you could hear the springs and everything. So I mean, it was just, I mean, my what I was thinking was somebody just jumped on this bed. But what the heck? I'm alone. That can't be. So I first thing I did, let me tell you what. The first thing I did is I have a cedar chest beside my bed, and I had a gun safe in there with a gun because, again, I was living alone, and I definitely never ever want to have to use it. But anyway, it was there for protection. So the first thing I did was reach in that safe and pull that gun out because I was going to shoot whoever was in my bedroom if they didn't stop. But I couldn't see them because it was dark in here, and I just didn't see anyone, but I could sure feel it. And it's a wonder, I tell you what, it's a wonder I didn't shoot a hole in the wall because I was aimed and ready to go, you know what I mean? But there was no one there. So what's that mean? So then it hit me. I'm like, oh, that'd be like him. My husband had a crazy sense of humor. He was always fun. That's one of the things that attracted him to me when we were dating, was that he was always laughing, smiling, just loved to have fun. So he was always having fun. Loved to have fun. So I'm like, he would not just sit on the edge of the bed or pat me gently on the shoulder. No, this guy would jump on the edge of the bed to get my attention and say, well, you wanted a sign, so here you go. And boy, that was a pretty, pretty amazing thing that did get my attention. So anyway, but I've had a lot of, sometimes I'll smell perfume from maybe my mom, or sometimes, and usually all these things happen when I'm really sad, or if I'm really um, something happened and it's a bad day, or I think it's just life is just too hard or tough. And sure enough, somebody will come visit me. So yeah, I love having those experiences. Um, one of my favorite, I think, is my mom. I just had the best parents and siblings that anybody could ask for. I mean, I think I said last time, we didn't really have a lot of money, but we had, oh my gosh, they taught us about God, and taught us how to treat people and be kind to people and work hard, and yeah, just on and on. Oh, I have Lynn Ho. Hi, Lynn. Nice to see you here again, Brenda. You're really an inspiration. Oh my goodness, that makes me feel so good. Thank you so much, Lynn. I appreciate that. Like I said, to inspire somebody else is more than I can ever want. I wouldn't want anything less, because a lot of people have inspired me. A lot of books, a lot of stories, and if I can pass that on and be an inspiration, that's what I want to do. For sure. So thanks, Lynn. And the other thing, my mom, she was just the best mom. She was just full of love and always smiling and took care of everybody and just a doll. And she, oh, if I could hold on, Jessia Felton. Hi, Jessia. There are signs all around us if we just open our eyes. You are so true. You are so right. That's the truest thing. Sometimes you don't think to look up in the sky or look at nature, look at a bird, look at a tree, and something, or anything, and to listen to yourself. If you listen to your heart, But you're so right. There, signs are everywhere. If you just look, um, you can see it's not just a casual thing. It's I believe, a sign from the other side, or somebody who's trying to let you know they're not that far away. So they really are always around us. They really are. Closer than we think. And Sean Gibson, hi Sean. I hope Donald is watching you. I hope Donald is watching you right now and enjoying every minute of it. Oh, I bet he is. Oh my goodness. He's probably going, she never stops talking. She just keeps on yapping. But thank you very much. That really made me smile. So thank you. And Penny Prosser, there are times I feel the same way. Oh, cool. I wonder who it was that it went away. I wonder who it was that wanted to get my attention. And I know what you mean. Sometimes it's hard to tell because you don't know what I've I try to connect I really try to connect whatever I'm witnessing or seeing with something like the car in the sky. If that was his car, then I would think that was my husband. If the pipe smoke, I think that's my dad. So yeah, you're right. The signs are all around us. They're all the time. We just have to, and they just give me such comfort and peace. They really do. So, um, my mom, she ended up getting dementia, and we she went from living in a care facility into a um, nursing home, and I would go over there, just about every day. And I ended up changing to the night shift so that I could visit her in the daytime because I'd always heard that they get better care if you have a lot of visitors. So my sisters and brothers would go in the evenings after work, and I would go during the day. So they never knew, but they were great. This was we were blessed to have uh, a good place, a good facility, and they really cared about us. So, and cared about her, gave her very good care. But I'd go over and do different things because I had a hard time dealing with. I always think I can fix somebody, and you really can't fix anybody. If this is their path, it's been chosen by God. You can comfort them, be with them, and you can be positive and support them. But it doesn't mean you're going to fix everything, you know. And Julia D. Smith. Hi, Julia. Yes, it's much easier to just be pushed by grace rather than try and overthink it all. Oh, that is so true, isn't it? And I have to be careful, and I'm sure everybody else does too, that sometimes you overthink what's going on around you sometimes. But my mom, she had this dementia, and slowly she started, forgetting things and everything. And she got to where she hadn't really been able to speak or talk. So she hadn't talked for about a year. But I would go over and we would go to the little room, and we would make lists out. Like we would write down all her family members, her brothers and sisters, or we would plan out a menu for Thanksgiving, and she would write out her grocery list. And so I was always trying to think of what I can do to keep her mind going. And one day it was pretty hot outside, but that's okay. So I took her in the wheelchair out into the parking lot to take her for a walk. So it was just the two of us out there. And we're walking her, I'm pushing her along, and I'm just singing like the Dickens. Like I can't sing at all. I mean, I'm not a singer for sure. And I thought I could sing. I thought I was kind of okay, but I've had many small children who don't lie when they're little like that, tell me, uh, no sing, Aunt Benda, no sing. My little nephew used to say, don't sing. And I thought, how does he know I can't sing? And then my niece, Grace, she would say, I was in the car with her once, and she'd say, can you turn the volume down, please? So yeah, my singing's not the greatest, but don't think that doesn't stop me because I'll sing forever. I always sing. So anyway, I'm out here in the parking lot with this wheelchair and my mom out here, and she's just smiling because we're going for a nice walk, and I'm just singing my head off. I'm just singing, singing, and then we stop, and I'll stop right here a second. Maddie W. Woolley. Hi, Maddie. I think I'll be more cognizant of the things around me. Oh, maybe it was my dad looking out for me and my mom. Um, and I just wasn't focused enough to see. Well, you know what? I think that happens a lot because I think my dad would come around my mom and I as well, different times. But it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. But yeah, especially if you're missing somebody or you're sad, I think that's who comes around. So we are out here and I'm just singing my head off. Let's see. Lee Tucker. Hi, Lee. Do you have tools you use to strengthen your mind? If I experience the same, I would go crazy, probably. No, no tools. And I do feel a little crazy sometimes, but I love it. I love it when things happen. I mean, because I can't make them up. I can't create them. They just happen. So yeah, I don't really have any other than just trying to um my only tools would be God and prayer, and that's probably my only, like, I'm here if you want to use me, go ahead, put me in the right place. But other than that, I don't think I really have any tools. And yeah, sometimes I do feel like I'm going a little wacky, a little crazy, but that's okay. So anyway, we're out in this parking lot. I'm singing, she's smiling, life is good, and I'm singing the song that she used to sing to us as children, which was called "You Are My Sunshine," which I also sang to my children, and now I'm singing it to my grandkids. However, my grandson told me once when he was little, "Can you?" He said, "Too loud. Can you go lower?" So I went lower, and he said lower, until I kept going lower until I was just mouthing the song. So definitely no talent in the singing department, but that won't stop me ever. And Brianna Royal. Hi, Brianna. All the people who've touched us are always with us. You know what? I think that's absolutely true. And there have been so many that have I think come, but there's so many. There's just so many people that and it's sad when you realize you've lost so many, and you miss them, but they do come around. They absolutely do. So anyway, I'm in this parking lot singing my full head off, singing "You Are My Sunshine." So I'm just out here. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. And then all of a sudden, my mom, she stops and she turns her head around the wheelchair and she looks at me, and she starts singing. Singing. She hasn't even talked for a year. How is she singing? So she says, I sang "You Are My Sunshine," and then she sang, "You'll never know, dear, how much I love you." And she just smiled, and then she went on to sing the other lines with me. And that was honestly the last time that I heard her speak, let alone sing. And yeah, it was just the most amazing gift. You know what I mean? It was just a real gift and a real honor to do that. So um it's been an experience, for sure. So uh, let's see. Well, I don't know what else to say here. Other than I have published the 3 books. So I do have 3. I'm so excited, and I'm working on number 4 now. Oops, there we go. So working on number 4, and hopefully I can complete that one. And never, I just feel so blessed and thankful for being able to even do this at this age. You know what I mean? It's like I've never really written anything. I mean, but I just have a head full of stories. So hopefully I can get some of those out and share them. And I don't know if I have 5 minutes left, so I don't know if I can sneak another story in there or not. Um, let's see. What else is um I don't know. I think just mainly like I say, just angels and dreams and visions. Um I did I did have one experience where I was going to work, and I don't know about anybody else, but trying to drive the speed limit, which I've learned over the years to slow down and drive the speed limit. But trying to drive the speed limit on a two-lane highway is just really hard because there's no stop signs, there's no usually not a lot of traffic, and if there is, you can pass them, you know. So I was going to work one morning and I was on this two-lane highway and I was just speeding right along way faster than I should have been. So that was a nice lesson. And I went to pass this car who didn't seem the need to go so fast like I did. So I went to pass this car, and when I got up to about the front of his car, the door, somewhere on that area, I happened to look over on the left-hand side, and this car was flying out of this country road. I mean, he was just going so fast that he he turned he turned right on facing me. So I was in his lane. I was in the wrong lane. He was coming right at me, and neither one of us I couldn't get over. I couldn't get over because there was nowhere to go. The other car I was passing was beside me. The new car was coming at me head on, and there wasn't enough time for me to go over in the ditch on the left-hand side. So, the only thing I could do was pray. So I just, Lord, please help me. I don't know what to do. And I was shaking so bad, and I grabbed a hold of the steering wheel and I closed my eyes because it was a crash. It was a crash that was going to happen. I couldn't stop it. It was like he was coming right at me. Um, there just wasn't room or time to get out of the way, So I held onto the steering wheel, closed my eyes, and prayed. And when I opened my eyes, I don't even know how to explain it, but I was on the other side. I was in front of the car that I had passed, pretty far up from him. I mean, I couldn't have passed him or had time to pass him, and I was way over there. And, the other car, I looked in my rearview mirror and he was on down, he went on down his side of the road. And all I could think was it must have been a force or angels that just picked up my car and moved it forward, got me out of the way of it wasn't my time. It just wasn't my time. So I did learn a lesson, I think, well, kind of to try to slow down. Don't do that crazy stuff anymore. But I pulled off the side of the road, and I mean, I had to sit there for the longest time and just try to relax because I was shaking, like unbelievably shaking. And I thought, what just almost happened? You know what I mean? So, I mean, if that doesn't prove that you're never alone, I mean, somebody was there. I don't know if I just always felt like it was an angel that just picked up the car and whoosh, moved it ahead of me because I never could explain that's happened like that, And I've had a couple other things just about the same way where I've had almost a disaster like that, and then all of a sudden I'm just in another spot. So, my angels, I just appreciate my angels and God, and I couldn't do this alone for sure. Not me. I'd mess it up for sure. But God is good. So God is good, and so are my angels, and I just am happy to still be here. So that's about really all I have to talk about today. I did want to let you guys know that I'll be back on Monday of 1 to 1:30. So I'm excited. I love this festival of storytellers. I think it goes until the early part of February 4th, I believe. So, it gives us an opportunity to come on here and share some of our experiences and stories and books, So yeah, I'll be back on Monday. And I just wanted to let you know that the whole thing is we share our story with the world. So you all have a great day, and I'll be back on Monday.